Hello, ISC students. Vanna Shrivastava here to take you in a succeeding class of drama, The Tempest, Act 3, Scene 1. Dear children, in our previous meet we have seen the two scenes of Act 2 are parallel to each other. Two groups of the shipwrecked passengers appear, courtiers in the first scene and commoners in the second, each unknown to the other. The first scene develops a plot to seize the throne of Naples by killing Alonso. And in the second scene, Caliban takes Stefano for a god and enters his service. And now, Act 3, Scene 1. The scene opens with Ferdinand carrying wood willingly to prove his love for Miranda. The love between Ferdinand and Miranda is part of the play's larger pattern of atonement. Atonement means feeling sorry, and reconciliation. The purity and innocence of their love atones again regret for the suspicions, hostilities, and betrayals of their father's generation. They are innocent and they are pure. Prospero is seen here in his godlike role, overseeing two of the creatures carrying out his design. Now, Act 3, Scene 1, before Prospero's cell, enter Ferdinand bearing a log, carrying a log. He is given a task by Prospero. Ferdinand says to himself, "There be some sports are painful and their labor, delight in them sets off." Means there may be some physical labor and can be painful also, and their labor, delight in them sets off. But it is pleasing to do if it gives pleasure. Sets off means if it displays pleasure. So this type of work is pleasing to do if it gives pleasure. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone. Some kind of humble occupation are nobly undergone means give noble results. And most poor matters point to rich ends. And most poor things matters means poor matters, the things that are despised, they are hated, point to rich ends, aim at noble result. This my mean task would be as heavy to me as odious. This my mean task, this humble task of carrying the logs and all, would be as heavy to me or as hateful to me. But odious means hateful. But the mistress which I serve quickens what is dead. But for the mistress for whom I am serving all these things, for whom I am doing this, creates a strong interest in me for the work. What is dead means the work that is dull, and makes my labors pleasures, and it gives to my hard work great pleasure. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crabbed. Means Miranda, she is 10 times more gentle, kind than her father's crabbed means bad temper. And he is composed of harshness. Her father is a man of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up. I must do this work that is given by her father Prospero, and thousands of these logs, and I must pile them up quickly. Upon a sore injunction. Upon a sore injunction means the task involving punishment. The task to do with the threat of punishment. My sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work. My sweet mistress, when she sees me carrying these heavy logs, she weeps and says, "Such baseness had never like executor." And she says that such low standard work had never been done by this type of executor performer, means by any noble man. I forget, but these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. I forget my work and I become absent minded. And but whenever she comes in before my eyes in the dream, in imagination, then I start doing my work with more refreshment. And so, most busy list when I do it. Then enter Miranda. And while he is talking to himself, enter Miranda and Prospero at a distance unseen, and Prospero at a distance watching them, and he is invisible. Now Miranda says to Ferdinand, Alas, now pray you. Alas, I request you. Work not so hard. Please do not do this hard work. I would the lightning had burnt up those logs that you are enjoined to pile. I wish that the lightning had burned up these logs that you are enjoined, means that you are ordered to pile them up. I pray you, set it down and rest you, keep these logs and rest for a while. When this burns, it will weep for having wearied you. When this log will burn, the moisture that will come out, it seems to me that will seem like tears, tears for bringing you trouble like this in regret means when it burns, the moisture will be like appear like tears, that feeling sorry for bringing you such trouble. My father is hard at study. My father, this time he is studying, is busy in his studying his book. So I pray now, rest yourself, take rest. He is safe for these 3 hours. So need not to worry about Prospero's threats, my father's threats, because you are free to rest for 3 hours because he is busy with his books. Then Ferdinand says, Oh, most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do. Oh, dear mistress, the sun will set before my work is completed. What I must strive to do, what I have to do. So let me do this work. Miranda, if you will sit down, I will bear your locks the while. Pray give me that, I will carry it to the pile. So Miranda says, But you sit down, I will do your rest of the work. I will pile them up. Ferdinand says, No, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by. Ferdinand says, No, precious creature, you are very precious to me. I would rather, I would wish to crack my sinews. I would like to crack my muscles, break my back, then allow you to do this undergo this menial work. And while you are doing and I am sitting at by, this I cannot do. Merida says, It would become me, as well as it does you, and I should do it with much more ease. Then she says, It would become me, means it would suit me, as well as it suits you. And I should do it with very easily. I can do this work very easily. For my goodwill is to it, because my inclination is there to do that work for you. And yours it is against, and your inclination is against it. Prospero is looking aside, he's watching both of them, and he's saying to himself, Poor worm, thou art infected. This vegetation shows it. Poor witty. Means this vegetation means this coming of Ferdinand shows that they are tied in the bond of love. Miranda, you look tired. Ferdinand, no, noble mistress, it is fresh morning with me when you are by at night. So he says, no, when you are with me, even the night seems to me bright like fresh morning. I do beseech you, I request you, chiefly, that I might set it in my prayers. I request you to tell your name, so that I may use it in my prayers. What is your name? Then Miranda says, Oh, my father, Miranda, oh, my father, I have broke your haste to say so. She quickly says her name, Miranda, but her father had told her, given the instruction not to tell your name to him. So she's, oh, I have broken your command to say so. I am very sorry, my father. So today, till here children, next meet we will go further. Till then, enjoy your time. Thank you.